Hi there. I am Leslie Plazz, author of The Audacious Adventures of Zazoo Plazz, part-time superhero, full-time mom. It's Mother's Day. I was just enjoying a moment. This is how Moon in Aquarius celebrates Mother's Day. Okay. Come out from under my little hat. Fix my hair. So, to everyone out there, I'm doing this on Mother's Day, so whenever you're watching this, this is going to be a show about honoring mothers. All of the mothers. All of us have the mother, some experience with mothers. Either we are one or we all have one way or the other. And it's been a very different Mother's Day here at the Plazz campground. In past years, when the kids were younger, we would, have a nice breakfast, special breakfast. We'd go to church. The moms would get flowers. Usually one or both of the grandmothers would come to church, and then we'd all go out for lunch. And then we'd, come back and have dessert and gifts at our house. That's the way it was for the past 20 years or so, when the kids were, babies and growing up. But this year was very different, with all the self-isolation and quarantine rules. People weren't going out, and so this year my husband made me a late breakfast, and the kids made me a card. I got a couple small gifts, some chocolates, a little makeup bag, and some shower gel. Just simple gifts. And then my husband went to deliver food, meal and some gifts to his mom. I took the dog for a walk, and I'm going to call my mom later and wish her Happy Mother's Day. But, it was very cold today. We actually had snow last night here in Connecticut. So, Mother Earth is kind of freaking out a little bit. And, I need some attention here. Mother Earth is going through some big changes, and bringing to our attention the need to take care of the environment. So, yeah, it was like 25 degrees last night in May. And some people had their flowers out. Who knows, right? Who knows? So, I was thinking about Mother's Day, days past, and I found this photo. So, there's me, my mother, my grandmother, my mom's mom, Mime, and her husband, my Pepe's mother. So Mime's mother-in-law, who I called Big Mime. So we were visiting her in the nursing home, probably looks to be around 1966 or so. I was a baby. So I talk about in the book, we only have one mom left, well, me, and then my mom, and everybody else is gone. So Mime is gone, and Big Mime is gone. I only knew her for a few years, until I was about maybe 5, and then she, had passed away. So she was probably born in the 1880s or so, somewhere around there, and Mime was born in 1905. Mom was born in 1938, and then I came along in 65. So, among the four of us, there were almost, there's a lot, there's a big age difference there. There's a lot of years and a lot of changes in life among the generations. So I was thinking I would talk a little bit about nicknames. And this story is in the book. I talk a little bit about my French-Canadian heritage and how all the women in my mother's family, particularly, and on that side of the family, had nicknames, but mostly based on food. So, Big Meme was Tishu, which means roughly little cabbage. Was like sweetheart, because Shoo is like a cream puff. So she was like a cream puff, and then Meme was small, petite, like thin, small boned, like a little chicken. So they called her Tsipul, which means petite poule, small little chicken. And my mom didn't really have a nickname. I know. And Meme used to call me Matana, which means roughly my little pest, or Zazoo Plazz. And I go into that a little bit. That she called me, my nickname was based on a famous actress that she liked, Zazoo Plazz, from the 20s to about the 50s. So, so we all had our food nicknames except me, and I was Zazoo. So it kind of stuck. So if you like stories like that, then you like Zazoo Plazz, because I do spend a lot of time, a little bit of time, talking about my relatives and telling funny stories about them. So anyway, about Mother Earth, the one thing that's in common, all of us, is that a lot happened to the Earth in between the 1880s and when I came along, and now we're at a point where we need to sustain the Earth and preserve it for my children. So I think that's what's kind of going on, is that at this time we're, Mother Earth is kind of saying that we need to pause and reflect. How are we going to continue to treat our mother, our planet? She's been really good to us, and so we need to think long and hard about, how are future generations going to thrive and live as we have. Things are going to have to change. We don't know what that is right now, but we have our marching orders. Mom who provides for all of our needs. Mom who, takes care of us, entertains us with bird song, provides beautiful flowers for us to look at, and all that. Sometimes moms need a little extra TLC, not just on Mother's Day, but all year round. So that's it for today. I'm gonna go call Mom and wish her happy Mother's Day. And I wish you also a very pleasant day, whatever that looks like for you. Ta-ta. Till next time, Zazoo Plazz. See you later.